Hey everyone, this is Joseph Jamin Medina from LRMOnline.com here today to react to the trailer, the new Ghost in the Shell trailer from Paramount Pictures. It looks like this is the dubbed official trailer. So we had those clips, which don't count. We had that original teaser, which I guess was a teaser, and then the Super Bowl spot, which I suppose doesn't count as a trailer. So it looks like after all that, this is the first official trailer that we're getting from the studio. So I'm not sure how that works. Let's see if they're able to avoid the normal pitfalls of most movies where they give away way too much in the first trailer. But this trailer is only 2 minutes and 15 seconds long, so maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not going to give away everything. Let's give it a shot and see what we get. But before we do, I wanted to say, I'm not super familiar with all of the source material manga. I, of course, did watch the 95 anime which was based on the manga, and it was okay. I'm not a huge fan of it like a lot of people. I understand what it means to a lot of anime lovers out there. I am one myself, but I personally found it very dry. And I feel the same way about the subsequent TV show Standalone Complex, which I tried to watch many times and never got through because it was just too dry. So that's just my perspective. This is the perspective of someone who doesn't really care for the anime or doesn't know much about the manga to begin with. So we'll see what I think.
I have been watching you. You have to remember.
I saw someone down there. He wasn't human.
He's a known terrorist. And he's
Puppet
coming
Master?
again.
They didn't just kill them. They hacked into their minds.
He's everywhere. Nowhere.
I will find him. And I will kill him.
You know it's all about your past.
I don't remember much. Just fragments. There was an attack. You were dying. We saved you. And now you save others.
Everything they told you was a lie.
You had a family. Remember that.
Is that the Puppet Master?
But I...
What a beauty you are.
What do you want from me?
They did not save your life. They stole it.
How many were there before me?
She was supposed to have a clean brain. I order you to terminate.
They created me, but they cannot control me.
Okay, so right off the bat, I'm kind of on board with this movie. As I mentioned before, I watched the original 95 film. It's hard for me to say whether or not that guy with all that shit hanging off the back of his neck or whatever, if that's the Puppet Master, because I know the Puppet Master could come in many forms. At one point in the other original movie, he's latched on to a naked android. I think part of him was inside that one guy who we see her fighting in the water in the movie. And at the end of the original 95 film, spoiler alert, he wants to merge with Major, and I forgot exactly how it ends. I just know it's a little bit weird, and I wasn't quite sure what happened, but this seems to be great because while that first movie is considered to be a classic, I think it lacked a lot in terms of character development. It was straight up plot, mission, boom, that's this, and maybe a little bit of cool ideas, but I think most people really liked it just because it was adult animation, and it kind of, I don't know. I guess I was just never fully on board with it, but this one seems to take things to a deeper level to incorporate that question into the entire plot. I could see people thinking maybe this gives away a little bit too much. But at the same time, I think maybe about halfway through is when maybe even less, is when we understand she's starting to question her past. And I think that's probably the majority of the plot, is her trying to figure out her place within the organization that she's a part of. So I don't think it was too much given away. I think this was a pretty great trailer. As someone who is not a huge fan but is familiar with the source material, I think they sold me. So we'll see if this carries over to the rest of the population, and see if everyone else comes out. So what do you think? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to keep your browsers tuned to LRMOnline.com for the latest news and analysis.